Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Chance Galloway with us. He's studying entrepreneurship at Florida Gulf Coast University and is a NASM certified personal trainer. So welcome to the show.
How you doing, Tyler? Thanks for having me, man.
Of course. Thanks for coming on, and we will dive in. The first question I have for you is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Yeah, of course, man. So when I was younger growing up, I actually was bullied in middle school through around ninth grade. And something it taught me was to never back down, whether that's in school or in life in general. That was a really big message that was conveyed to me over time, like I said, through middle school and high school, now as an adult in college. That I didn't really realize at the time, and it carried on to, like I said, now that I'm adult in college, studying and working and in real life, and it really did teach me to never back down to anything. And it also taught me to teach others how to deal with bullying. So I actually had a campaign my freshman year of college, Bodybuilders Against Bullies, and I went to local community and I spread awareness about bullying. So that was kind of cool as well.
Wow, man. Thanks for sharing that, dude. That's a very good message.
Yeah.
And next question I have for you is, what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that is within your expertise or industry?
Yeah. So this was my favorite question by far. So, and that is, I'm in the fitness industry. I'm a NASM certified personal trainer for the last 3 years. And I'll tell you what, Tyler, it's a very rewarding job, to say the least. And that is to inspire others. As being a certified personal trainer and having the ambition to want to open my own gym, I'm an entrepreneurship major at Florida Gulf Coast University. And I have plans on opening a health and fitness center within the next 18 to 24 months. And the biggest thing that I've learned within this industry or expertise is honestly to help other people. It's not about yourself, and at the end of the day, it's to help to inspire others accomplish what they want to do. And that's why being a personal trainer is such a fulfilling and rewarding job. And truly, by inspiring others, it inspires myself. So that's something that is very valuable in my field for sure.
And what is your best piece of overall business advice? So not necessarily industry specific.
To never stop at failure. So growing up, my dad, he owns a roofing company, family roofing company, and I've seen that man go through hell and back. He's been through so many failures, and he's not given up. And now he's projected to do just around $5 million in sales this year. So he's kicking butt each and every year, and that's because he didn't fail. I've seen him at his lowest, where he's working a trailer shop for $12 an hour as a 42-year-old man, and now he's just turned 48, and he's, like I just told you, he's making or bringing in $5 million in sales a year with his family company. So that's to never stop at failure. That's something that I've learned from failing time and time again. I'm only 21 years old. That's the only way to succeed. That's the only way to success, is by failure, and to remain relentless. So that
is awesome, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
And I know you are young, 21 years old, but if you could give your younger self, even younger self, one piece of advice, what would that be?
Yeah, of course. So if I could give myself one piece of advice, looking back on my childhood and growing up, and maybe how my thought process and my mental structure has changed, has been to not worry or care about what other people think or other people's opinions. That, to me, that's something that really, really sticks out as far as how I changed. I used to really care what other people thought of me and what I did, what I wore, what I looked like, literally everything from A to Z. I always took in other people's opinions, and it's good to hear out other people's perspectives, but not other people's opinions, if that makes sense. So that's one thing that I would go back and tell myself Do not care what other people think. The only person's opinion that matters is yourself. As crazy an idea can be, if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. So,
And in your opinion, it might tie in, but in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
whew, the key to happiness is just, in my opinion, to love what you do. To be fulfilled with what you do and how you do it and why you do it. That's what a lot of people miss in life is if you don't have that key why and that purpose, you're never going to be happy. For me, that's to inspire other people through fitness. And I know that I will always remain happy no matter how much pain I'm in, how much suffering I'm in. I will always remain happy because I have that why to inspire others.
And what's the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
So I actually recently just got into, within the last 2 to 3 months, into reading. And it's something that I value very much. I'm big into working out, and I never valued anything as much as the gym until I began reading. And I began expanding my mind. And I would to bounce off the answer I just gave you about having a why, it would definitely be Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why. That was one of my recent reads. And that was that hit home for me just because, like I said, if you don't have a why, there's no way to be happy. And that's, he went into talking about how you have a what, a how, and a why, and how, he kind of grafted out and etched it into my mind and told me and showed me how important, like I said, it is to have that why. So that's the reason why my last response was so deep with that why, is because of that book I read by Simon Sinek.
And I've read that as well. Just for anybody listening, I highly recommend it. It is an incredible book. And next question is what's your favorite quote and why?
Favorite quote. So a quote that wow, this is a good question because I have so many, so many to pick from. But one that sticks out that I remember since I was a kid was, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior," and that's by Confucius. That was one of the first quotes that I really ever wrote down or ever even looked at. But it's something, like I said, that sticks out to me just because if you can't literally conquer yourself and conquer your own fear and understand who you are and how you work, then there's no way to go out and help other people and inspire other people. So that's something that really, really, like I said, sticks out for me.
Yes, man. Thank you so much for coming on. This was an awesome interview. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
Yeah, for sure. So I actually have a website, and that's gallowayfitness.com. And you can also find me on YouTube. My name is obviously Chance Galloway. So I have my YouTube channel there that I'm revitalizing this summer, and as well as on Instagram is Chance Galloway Fitness.
Perfect. Thanks again for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Have a great one.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.